The manhunt for Cameron Jenkins comes to an end this afternoon. Authorities believe they found his body in Garvin County, about 150 yards from the original scene.
Jenkins was accused of shooting a Cleveland County deputy last week. An innocent bystander was also killed. We have live team coverage on the investigation, and we start with News 9 crime tracker Jennifer Pierce. Jen.
Carl, the body believed to be Cameron Jenkins was found around 11:30 today, about 150 yards from where the shootout happened last Wednesday. Now, the OSBI is processing the scene behind me right now. The Garvin County Sheriff says the body and a weapon was located within the perimeter law enforcement set up. That area described as heavy brush and thicket. A cadaver dog had to be brought in to assist in finding the body. Sheriff Jim Mullet cannot confirm if the cause of death was self-inflicted or due to an injury from the shootout. The sheriff did say the inclement weather last week halted progress on the manhunt, but hundreds of law officers never stopped searching for Jenkins.
What hurt us was the inclement weather that came in. We lost the track. That hurt us. And then just trying to, when we didn't find him at the beginning, the obstacle was now we needed to start stretching the scene, and then today, like I said, start methodically looking basically under trees, inside ravines, this kind of things that we did.
And the body will be sent to the medical examiner's office to confirm the identity and cause of death. In fact, I just saw a medical examiner truck leave just moments ago. Live in Garvin County, Jennifer Pierce, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Okay, Jen, thank you for that live report. As you know, this all began near the town of Wynnewood about a week ago, putting that community on alert during this manhunt.
We got News 9's Colby Thielen joining us live in our newsroom now with a timeline of events. Colby.
Carl, Bobby, this all started on Wednesday around 10 a.m. with an attempted traffic stop just off of I-35 south of Wynnewood. The Cleveland County Sheriff says that the deputy, Sean Stedman, tried to stop Jenkins in his Jetta near mile marker 60. The sheriff says Jenkins didn't stop, but instead took the exit and kept going. That's when he says Stedman hit Jenkins with his car, causing him to crash. Then gunshots were exchanged. Now, according to court documents, Stedman was hit in the face. An innocent bystander in a dump truck was also hit by that gunfire, killing him. Garvin County deputies began searching then for Jenkins, hoping to charge him with felony murder and assault with a deadly weapon. The U.S. Marshals then took over that search. Deputy Stedman, by the way, is expected to survive. We're told that he is now out of the hospital. Bobby?
Okay, Colby, thank you for that. Our team coverage continues with our Chris Yu in Garvin County. We'll check in with him at 4:30.
Okay, we are in the Bob Mills Weather Center talking about another warm day here, but we do have the fall cold front. It is coming.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
It's coming back.
Like we got a taste of it, and now the meal.
You thought last weekend was good. That was kind of the appetizer.
Yeah.
Well, the dinner is going to unload later this week and this weekend.
Okay,
so
makes perfect sense.
Stuff. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be great weather coming up, no doubt about it. And you know what? Today, it's warm again, 80s, even some 90s. Out there today, right? So it has been warm, but you know what? It's going to get a little warmer. The wind's going to be even stronger, and then some changes headed our way. All right, so looking out across the city here, we're doing fine on your Tuesday afternoon. All right, here we go. Back to Links 1, cloud-free today. We've got a little front that moved through yesterday. It's beginning to lift back north now. It's kind of washing out on us. A few showers back out to the west, but nothing here in Oklahoma. As far as cloud cover. Upper 80s, 91 in Kingfisher, 80s, 90s on the map. It's warm. For this time of year, it's hot. Our storm today is now 1,800 miles away. Coming into the northwest, it's going to dive east and southeast and head directly towards Oklahoma. Hot for October. It won't last. Here comes another chilly shot of air. There are rain and there, again, are storms. There's rain and storms on the 9-day. It's coming up in about 10 minutes. Guys, back to you.
David, thank you. The death toll continues to rise as the Israel-Palestinian war enters its 4th day. More than 1,600 people on both sides have been killed.
At least 14 of those are Americans. President Biden addressed the crisis publicly from the White House today. Natalie Brand has the latest from Washington.
Israel is carrying out punishing airstrikes in Gaza as its Iron Dome intercepts incoming missiles from Hamas. The Israeli military says the air assaults are designed to cause maximum destruction in areas where it says Hamas terrorists congregate. Hundreds of targets were hit in Hamas stronghold Ramal. Even Gaza's main port was struck. Security experts say for Israel, this fight is unlike previous rounds with Hamas.
Israel has to win this one conclusively so that no one else, whether it's Hamas or Hezbollah or Iran, tries to test it in this way in the future.
We stand with Israel.
Speaking at the White House, President Biden reiterated U.S. support for Israel.
We will make sure the Jewish and democratic state of Israel can defend itself today, tomorrow, as we always have.
The U.S. is surging additional military assistance, including ammunition and missile interceptors. It's also sharing intelligence to help with hostage recovery. Americans are among the captives.
Hostages whom Hamas has now threatened to execute.
We are looking for our son. We have to find our son.
Laor Abramov was at the music festival that came under attack. He took refuge in a bomb shelter and is missing.
We spoke with a witness that saw him taken away on a pickup truck.
As rockets light up the night sky, there has also been deadly fire with Hezbollah along Israel's border with Lebanon, fueling concerns about the conflict expanding. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.
Our Washington Bureau Chief Alex Cameron is following the conflict in Israel from D.C. See his exclusive report tonight at 5.
Back here in Oklahoma, Shawnee police arrest a woman accused of leading officers on a chase. Police say Corey Burns sped away from a traffic stop last week. Officers say she then crashed into another vehicle, injuring the driver. That driver is expected to be okay, but Burns' passenger is hospitalized in critical condition. Police say Burns fled the scene after the crash. She was arrested last night.
Closer to the metro, child abuse complaints land a woman in the Oklahoma County Detention Center. Police say Brittany Christian is accused of throwing a pair of tools at a child's head during an argument. Now on to Wilson in Carter County, where a neighbor is credited with coming forward to help a child. Police say this man, Daniel Murray, was caught on video kicking the victim. They tell us that neighbor tipped them off, leading to Murray's arrest.
We are getting a reaction after one of the last known survivors of the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre dies at the age of 102. Community leaders in the fight for reparations say Hughes Van Ellis died without seeing justice, but they'll keep fighting that battle in his honor.
With the passing of Uncle Red, it just really is like, how much more can we take? How much longer can we go with all of this? Because it's heavy.
Van Ellis and other survivors and descendants of the massacre have been seeking reparations, but those attempts have been denied.
Some of the scenes in the new movie, Killers of the Flower Moon, might look familiar to one family. Director Martin Scorsese used their home movies from the 1920s for inspiration. The oil boom made Osage citizens rich, making them targets for greed-fueled murders. We'll show you how the black and white films from 100 years ago are setting the scene for the big screen. See the special report Wednesday night at 10.
That is really neat right there. AAA wants to remind drivers this is the time of year when you're most likely to strike a deer. AAA says that vehicle repairs from hitting deer have jumped more than 40% over the last 5 years. They say the average cost is around $6 grand right now. Experts say be extremely attentive during early morning and evening. If you see a deer, slow down, watch for others, use your brakes, and never swerve. Don't swerve.
Happened to me 2 Octobers ago.
Hit a deer?
Rutting season, yeah. Okay, this weekend, you can see David Payne and the rest of the News 9 weather team out at the National Weather Festival.
You can also see our storm tracker vehicles, as well as Bob Mills Sky News 9 is going to be out there. That's all Saturday from 10 to 2 at the National Weather Center in Norman. And don't forget, you'll need to follow the clear bag policy.
That's going to be a lot of fun, guys. Yeah, and like Bobby said, the rut is approaching quickly.
I saw some deer.
Boys chasing the girls.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of that, I think.
It was
last
a boy who hit my car.
And they
He
don't
didn't see me. He was like, I don't care what's in my way.
No, he thought you were a doe.
He was looking for love.
He thought you were a doe, and he's going after you.
My fur coat that day
that was
really tipped him off.
He thought you were going to be a new friend. All right, hey, we are live at the Bob Mills Weather Center. Here we go this evening. Clear skies, temperatures in the 70s, dropping to the low 70s by 10 o'clock. Going to get colder, maybe some rain and storms down the road. Your forecast, look at all your weather coming up after the break.
Plus, the Kingfisher coach accused of abusing players has a hearing at the state Supreme Court. We have the details.
But first, what's your favorite scary movie? How a shared interest could help you find your next boo. Ahead in Trends.
This land was chosen because nobody would want it.
We were able to purchase our own reservation.
Then the Osage struck oil and money started pouring in.
The richest people on earth.
But as fortunes grew, so did mysterious deaths.
The people that did this were your friends.
Hear the true story retold by Osage descendants before you see it on the big screen. And Oklahoma's own original Reign of Terror, October 16th at 7 p.m. from Osage County Tourism and Oklahoma's own News 9.
The Volkswagen Taos. German engineering everyone can get into. Visit your Volkswagen dealer during Fall Fest and get 3.9% APR financing for 72 months on all new 2023 SUVs.
Spooky season is here, and it's time for Halloween Haunt for Cash, only at Lucky Star Casino. Saturdays in October, one name will be drawn every hour from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. to play the Match and Win game. Get ready for a hauntingly good time. 144 winners will have their chance to win up to $5,000 cash. Don't miss out on your chance to earn 5 times entries on Fridays. Head to any of our 6 Oklahoma locations. Lucky Star Casino. The biggest jackpots are closer than you think.
I got hurt in a car wreck. Why should I call Mike?
Because when you're hurt, you need money. You deserve it. And my firm goes and gets it for you. We got a client who had knee and leg injuries from a car wreck, $250,000. Another client of ours had a bad shoulder injury, but we got them $500,000. And they deserved every penny of it.
I'm convinced. Mike's definitely got this.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call me. I've got this.
Call 405-900-9000.
The new 2023 GMC Sierra AT4X is equipped to conquer the great outdoors. Or the great indoors. Welcome to the peak of premium off-roading. Or get $3,500 purchase cash on 2023 Sierra Denali 5.3-liter V8 light-duty models. Or get $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Want to see OU OSU one last time? We have you covered. Schedule and complete an exam at ClearSight by the end of October and be registered to win 2 tickets.
Call 733-2020 or go to clearsight.com and make an appointment.
Time to try some Golden Chick. These are our famous Wicked Wings. 6 wings in a roll for just $6.99. How's the spice for you?
I like that.
Add a mini funnel cake and 50 cents goes to support your local schools.
Golden Chick. Spread the word. We will.
Intuitive sit to start and the all-electric ID4. It's the little things. It's a VW.
Lease the 2023 all-electric ID4 Pro during Fall Fest for just $319 a month after an EV lease bonus and customer bonus.
Well, we are on this breaking news from Mustang. There's been a car accident that hit a power line and knocked out some electricity in the area.
Yeah, pretty big mess now. We got Jim Gardner and Bob Mills, Sky News 9, overhead now with the latest. Jim, what can you tell us about this accident?
Well, Carl, now this is going to be Highway 152 just east of Mustang Road. And you see that semi right there was pulling out of a business there when he hung a power line. And man, did he pull down some poles. I can't, it looks like maybe 5 or 6 poles that he has pulled down and laid across Highway 152. So if we pull back and give you a wide shot, you can see 152 coming westbound is down to 1 lane. Eastbound, you can't go at all. You have to go up on Mustang Road either to the south or north. Right now, I have no reports of injuries involved with this, but there are probably people without power. But again, quite a mess here in Mustang on 152 just east of Mustang Road. Jim Gardner live from Bob Mills, Sky News 9. Back to you.
It must have either been drooping or just a low line that he couldn't clear.
The semi took it out there. We'll be sure to keep in touch with Jim and get us some updates here throughout our evening newscast.
Slow going to divert that traffic, you know, to get off of the highway. Okay, now to trends.
All right, trends, topics, and tags for today. Couples that scream together stay together. That is according to a new survey from Tinder and streaming service Peacock.
All right, well, you've probably heard of cuffing season, when people jump into a relationship during the holidays and colder weather.
I didn't know that was a thing, but I guess it makes sense though, right?
Cuffing. Now there's a new term, boo season. The survey shows love is in the scare. Horror movies are the new dating trend.
So Peacock and Tinder say that 63% of respondents agree that watching horror movies together is a great date activity, suggesting that the way to our hearts is more Michael Myers than Nancy Myers.
Well,
Nancy Myers writes a lot of the romance films. Yeah.
That has to just be person and couple to couple, because
well,
you know, I don't like scary movies at all.
I don't either, but you know what? Maybe I should start watching them with my wife, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. Boo season, though, kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No?
Not really.
No, it doesn't.
I'm with Bobby. You know, we don't watch any of that
That
stuff.
wouldn't give me any good feelings.
Well, you don't know
toward
that
anyone.
We don't really like. We don't like people being slaughtered on the screen.
Yeah.
Clowns.
No, for sure.
I wouldn't be able to sleep at night.
Don't really like clowns.
Don't like clowns.
You know, hit my pillow peacefully.
No.
That's what I want to do.
No Stephen King movies for us.
No.
Yeah.
No, clowns after dark should be illegal.
Okay.
Think about it. There's a reason for clowns. Clowns come to birthday parties
Daytime only.
for kiddos in the afternoon, not walking down your street at midnight.
Not for any other
reason. A vote
reason.
for David Payne is a vote against clowns at night.
I'd like to be mayor or governor for one day.
I don't know about taxes and all this, but I know clowns are terrifying at night.
No more clowns.
Under my plan, I get rid of all of them.
You're going to jail. Hey, it's back. It's back. We're talking about the heat today. You know, 80s out there. Not out of control, but still pretty warm. Our humidity, that's the big difference. It's fairly low. So our humidity's low. So even though we made it well into the 80s, it doesn't feel too bad, right? So we'll take this kind of weather. We have a little more of this to go, a lot more wind to go, and then we're going to cool it off. And even with that cool air coming in, it's still going to be windy. Here in Oklahoma City, right now, 87 degrees, pretty warm. South wind at 13, gusting to 22. Our humidity right now, 32%. Dew point still running in the low to mid 50s. So lots of dry air out there. That's why we don't have any cloud cover, and that's why it actually feels pretty good. Nice shot of downtown, part of our Lucky Star Skycam network. Upper 80s on the map. 86 in Seminole to an 89 in Clinton. As you move west and south, it's hotter. 90 degrees right now in Kingfisher. And there are a few 90s again on the map today. 92 up in Buffalo, 85 in Ponca City. So, yeah, these are well above our average high temperatures. So the jet stream still, again, wrapping up around this upper low on the Great Lakes. Not really moving much. That's why our weather has been so quiet the last couple of days. But our storm system, well, we'll be headed our way. By the way, there's going to be a system in the Gulf and move out across Texas, Louisiana. That completely misses us. But that one is going to get us, but the moisture is a little bit limited, all right? So what we do, though, is we track it. It's 1,800 miles away. You can see the spin going on. It's going to dig in, right, and then make its way towards Oklahoma as we get into your late Thursday night. And when it moves in, we'll have a slight chance for a couple of showers and storms. And as it moves out, it'll tap in at some Canadian air, and it'll pull that in here. But this is our only shot Thursday evening, Thursday night for a few scattered showers and thunderstorms, and then that's going to be about it. Cooler air arrives after that, and then it'll stay cool for several days, right through the weekend, even into next week. This system is going to try to drop in and cut off, and then eventually, hopefully, give us some rain by the end of next week. But future, Next Gen Live, short term, look at all the rain going on down here. There's tomorrow. Look at the wave coming out. There it is. There's that wave coming out of Colorado and snow in the Rockies and a lot going on here. But most of the thunderstorms are going to be to our north. Kansas, Missouri. Rainfall amounts the next 10 days. Hopefully, not much of this comes out of this thing on your Thursday and Friday. This is mainly for the end of next week. And hopefully we'll get some moisture out of that. This will crank up some snow in the Rockies, kind of the first real snow of the season. They've had some, but this will be a pretty good dumping out to our west. All right, lows tonight. Low 60s, a breezy south wind out west. Elsewhere, light south breeze. Not as cool as the last 4 or 5 mornings. Highs tomorrow, back up into the 80s. Moisture should increase a little bit. We'll try to keep our temperatures down a couple of degrees, but still very warm and windy. All right, tomorrow's going to be windy pretty much all day. Here's your Thursday, 80s for highs, 90s in the west, cold front in the panhandle late in the day. There's your dry line setting up across the west. So by Thursday evening and Thursday night, central, northern, northeastern Oklahoma, 20 to 30% chance for scattered showers and storms to develop. If they were to develop, it could produce some wind, a little bit of hail. We'll be watching that. Not a tornado threat. And some of the data is completely dry Thursday evening. All right, so that's why my chances are really, really low. But again, instability is on the low side. And look at Friday. We go from the 80s on Thursday, 60s and 70s on Friday. Look at the winds on Friday, 30 to 40 miles per hour. It is going to blow from the north, okay? So rain chances here the next 9 days. We'll do a 20 to 30% chance, again, coming up on your Thursday, and then again for the end of next week. Your wind forecast, it's a south wind through Thursday. It's a north wind Friday, Saturday, still windy, Sunday, Monday, and then another south wind returning, and then another north wind by the end of next week. 9-day forecast, there's that 20% chance late Thursday, Thursday night for a couple showers and storms. There's your weekend. The solar eclipse is on Saturday morning. The weather festival is Saturday morning. And next week, hopefully, a little rain is here, maybe some storms. We're tracking all of it. Don't go away. We'll be back right after this.
Oklahoma City Ballet presents Hamlet, a theatrical masterpiece in motion. Experience this critically acclaimed version of Shakespeare's tale of revenge, grief, and love. October 27th to 29th. Get your tickets now at okcballet.org.
If you're craving crispy golden fries, but your bag is empty, that's a sign to check your friend's bag.
Mix and match 2 of your favorites, like a McDouble, McChicken, and even small fries for just $3.99. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Monstrous monthly fees, shocking overdraft charges, and agonizing ATM fees? Your checking account sounds horrifying. Look, if you're caught in a web of frustration with your bank, then contact Communication Federal Credit Union. Don't be afraid. Let us shine a light on your finances with incredible free checking account options. Let CFCU show you how unscary your checking account can be. Communication Federal.
Are you ready for cowboy basketball?
When severe storms strike, my job is just beginning.
And hour after hour, I'm striking the perfect balance of reliable, affordable energy sources to energize your days.
So homework gets done.
And business goes uninterrupted. Because at OG&E, your storms are our storms.
Your home is our home.
And together,
we energize life.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
When someone is injured by a truck through no fault of their own, we have the experience and resources to take on the insurance companies. Car & Car will fight to get them the results they need. If you've been injured in a truck accident, call Car & Car today for your free consultation.
Hey, it's me, your vacation. So Christmas is my time to shine. But I can't shine at Aunt Darlene's house. If you want Christmas magic, you gotta give me more to work with. Give me a wonderland with incredible Christmas shows, enchanting train rides, and spectacular lights. Oh yeah, a vacation could get used to this. Who wants to be home for the holidays? Take me to Branson for an Ozark Mountain Christmas. Oh, and bring Aunt Darlene. She'll love it.
It's time to give this brew a second chance.
Make your morning with any size iced coffee, like pumpkin spice, French vanilla, or caramel for just $1.89. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Oklahoma City Ballet presents Hamlet, a theatrical masterpiece in motion. Experience this critically acclaimed version of Shakespeare's tale of revenge, grief, and love. October 27th to 29th. Get your tickets now at okcballet.org.
The nursing profession is facing an unprecedented crisis as the healthcare industry grapples with a severe shortage of nurses.
Seems like we've been talking about this for some time, too. Now hospitals are looking toward new strategies. News 9's Robin Marsh explains in today's Medical Minute.
Well, the nursing shortage is projected to reach 13 million nurses worldwide by the year 2030. So hospitals all over the world, actually, are diligently seeking innovative strategies to revolutionize the field in an attempt to save both jobs and lives. Experts say nearly 1 million nurses will exit the industry over the next 4 years.
Even our younger nurses that have just came into the profession are leaving the profession.
Tommy Austin has been a nurse for 34 years.
It has to change. It cannot be the way it was done during the pandemic because we just don't have the resources.
So how can we expect nurses to evolve?
Working our nurses to the top of their license is one of the main objectives for our organization.
More solutions start by redefining roles or creating different levels of nurses. Expert nurses, nurses with master's or even an associate's degree. And doctors say even nurses working from home can leverage telemedicine and technology.
A lot of nursing time is taken up by working on that computer and inputting that data.
And how about this? Robots are also beginning to play a critical role.
Nurses sometimes clock 20, 30,000 steps a day. And so if we can have robots that can pick up medications from the pharmacy, or take medications to the pharmacy, pick up labs, take labs, specimens down to the laboratory.
AI also is becoming an extra set of eyes to help monitor patients.
What that artificial intelligence can tell me is that, Tommy, you need to watch that. There's something going on with that patient.
Transforming an industry, and doctors say saving lives.
Because I love people, nursing is a profession that I probably could work until I'm 100.
For today's Medical Minute, I'm Robin Marsh.
What's a better way to spend time outdoors than in a spa? A hot tub has long provided a relief from the stresses of a long day's work. Get your very own Master Spa hot tub right here in Oklahoma City, only at Aqua Haven.
Don't let pain associated with neuropathy stop you from living. You can beat the pain associated with diabetic neuropathy, sciatica, back, neck, and knee pain. At Neuropathy Treatment Clinic of Oklahoma, we help you live pain and symptom-free so you can get back to the life you love without surgery, narcotics, or steroids. You can beat the pain and get back to the life you love. Call now to schedule a consultation, 405-939-LIFE. That's 405-939-LIFE, or go to neuropathyok.com.
When I see somebody who experiences the same thing that I did 14 years ago, there's an emotional connection. I see that person's emotion, that reaction, and there's nothing like it.
Easy peasy. Yeah.
There's nothing better in my mind than giving somebody sight. I want to give people freedom, the same freedom that I experienced 14 years ago. That's why we do this.
Mathis Home is your value leader for name brand furniture. Pick any item in our store, shop and compare, and you'll find that we're the lowest on every item every day. Visit our newer and better website at mathishome.com. There you can browse our latest lookbook and find inspiration for your home and see the latest styles. And only at Mathis Home do you get free delivery on your furniture purchase. Save even more and enjoy free delivery. Shop mathishome.com.
Are you sweating over high energy bills? Windows drafty or broken? Champion is here to help. With our 70th anniversary sale, buy 2 windows, get 2 free.
At Champion, we design new windows specific to your home's needs.
Then they are built in our very own factory, installed by a team of professionals,
And guaranteed for a lifetime by our best-in-class warranty.
Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
It's
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Tucson with America's best warranty. Now, get 2.99% APR for 60 months or up to $1,500 total savings on the Tucson. See your local Hyundai dealer today.
What's a better way to spend time outdoors than in a spa? A hot tub has long provided a relief from the stresses of a long day's work. Get your very own Master Spa hot tub right here in Oklahoma City, only at Aqua Haven.
Alex Cameron reports from Washington, D.C. on Oklahoma's own News 9. This is Oklahoma's own News 9.
And we're following more of this breaking news here at 4:30. This crash in Mustang where a semi-truck ended up taking out several power poles.
Kind of clotheslined him there when he was exiting that driveway of this business, knocking out power. Jim Gardner and Bob Mills, Sky News 9, above the scene. Jim?
Well, that's right, Bobby. You're looking at that semi that hung those power lines coming out of there, taking down 7 power poles and damaging an 8th power pole. 3 of those poles had transformers on them. Now, the problem with that is 2 sets of those transformers hit the ground, dumping the oil that is in there. Now, the newer transformers, I know, not as toxic, but that stuff used to be very toxic. So now you're talking hazmat cleanup here. This is on Highway 52, just west of Mustang Road is where this happened. Now, 152 is completely shut down from Mustang Road up to Pebble Creek Terrace. But here's another situation. Look at this van right here. Had a pole come down on that van with a mother, I believe a woman and her 2 kids in it. I thought there was possibly a husband there, but it looks like a mother and 2 kids were in this van right here when this pole came down. This could have been deadly, but they got out okay. Everybody got out okay. OG&E is here now, but they're going to need some heavy equipment. Now, 152, like I said, is shut down from Mustang Road up to Pebble Creek Terrace is where they're diverting westbound traffic around this wreck here. So, again, the good thing is there's no injuries, but it is going to take some time for OG&E to get in here and take care of this. Jim Garpoint live from Bob Mills, Sky News 9. Back to you.
Scary situation for those drivers who were right there at the wrong time.
And happening at rush hour right now. This is going to be a mess. We'll be sure to keep you updated on this one happening in Mustang.
Now to the manhunt for Cameron Jenkins. It comes to an end. Investigators found a body matching his description just hours ago.
The 25-year-old was on the run after authorities say he shot and injured a deputy. A stray bullet from the gunfight also killed an innocent bystander. News 9's Chris Yu joining us now live from the scene in Garvin County now with more. Chris.
Yeah, Carl and Bobby, we're just off I-35 south of Wynnewood, where local, state, and federal authorities have been combing this area since last Wednesday for evidence of Cameron Jenkins. And around 11:30 this morning, a cadaver dog found a body matching his description in the thick vegetation behind me. Garvin County Sheriff Jim Mullet says investigators found the body about 450 feet away from the shooting scene, and the body was within the perimeter that law enforcement had set up. As for the next steps, a medical examiner will officially identify the body and figure out the cause of death. But the sheriff did say a weapon was found with the body. Taking you back to last Wednesday, investigators say Jenkins shot Cleveland County Deputy Sean Stedman in the chin after Stedman performed a tactical vehicle intervention maneuver on Jenkins's car. A stray bullet from the gunfight hit and killed a passerby in a dump truck, Guan Frierson. Sheriff Mullet said last Wednesday's weather hurt the search.
We found him in a thicket area. So right now I've got OSBI, their crime scene technicians on scene, trying to work that as we speak.
Sheriff Mullet says there are no other suspects in this investigation. Now, as for that deputy who was shot, a friend told me he is now resting at home. Hear more about the deputy's recovery progress tonight at 6. Live in Garvin County, Chris Yu, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Glad to hear he is at home recovering. Chris, thank you. We're working to gather more on this. We'll bring you any updates on air and on our News 9 app.
All right, Oklahoma, here we go. We're talking about rainfall for the month of October. And so far, last week, we had the nice rain. But outside of that, we are still below average. All right, a little bit for the month. For the year, we're a little bit above average, but not by much. But we need moisture, and we have some showing up on the 9-day forecast. Here we go. Temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. It is warm, or really for this time of year, these numbers are pretty hot. And the rest of us, 90 in Kingfisher, 90 down in Hollis, 85 in Ponca City. It is cooler in northeastern Oklahoma. As you move west and southwest, it is hotter there. Our next storm, 1,800 miles away, now coming into the northwest, will make its way south and east. That headed for Oklahoma. It's going to crank up our wind. It's going to give us a little more heat, and then at the same time, it will give us cooler, colder weather, another shot of Canadian air, and there are rain and storms on the 9-day. It's coming up in about 10 minutes. Guys, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. The Oklahoma Supreme Court is expected to make a decision regarding Kingfisher football coach Jeff Myers, who is accused of decades of abuse and cover-up.
Our Haley Wager joins us live from the Oklahoma Supreme Court after that hearing. Haley.
Well, Bobby, today three sides laid out their arguments in front of a Supreme Court referee. The alleged victim's parents they're asking the Supreme Court to assume jurisdiction to force the local or state board to take action to reprimand Jeff Myers. State Superintendent Walters did not come to the hearing today, but counsel for OSDE says they're caught up in the middle of things, saying it should be handled by the local school board. The attorney for Jeff Myers called this hearing frivolous, said there was no real evidence of abuse or cover-up at the hands of Jeff Myers. He's also arguing this should have stayed at the local level. The attorney for the Mecklenburg family argued it was necessary to bring it up to the Supreme Court because there's been decades of alleged abuse and cover-up and no action taken up to this point. The referee will now submit the case to the Supreme Court. Myers' attorney tells us they expect a decision sooner rather than later. Live at the Supreme Court, Haley Wager, Oklahoma's own News 9.